Jim Fitzpatrick, artist. Jim Fitzpatrick, born James Fitzpatrick in 1944, is an Irish artist. He is best known for elaborately detailed work inspired by the Irish Celtic artistic tradition. However, his most famous single piece is rather different in style, his iconic two-tone portrait of Che Guevara created in 1968, based on a photo by Alberto Korda. Early life. Jim Fitzpatrick was born in December 1944 to James and Elizabeth Fitzpatrick née O'Connor. His parents had married in the North Dublin suburb of Cabra in June 1943. During a period of childhood sickness, Fitzpatrick read and drew in bed, as well as his mother and great-aunt telling him stories of the Tuatha De Danann, Cuchulainn and Fionn Mac Cumhaill. He was educated at the Franciscan College Gormanston, County Meath, just north of Dublin. His father was a photojournalist, and he is a grandson of political cartoonist Thomas Fitzpatrick. Career. Fitzpatrick's earliest work was the graphic portrait of Che Guevara, which was based on the photograph by Alberto Korda entitled Guerrillero Heroico, was taken on 5 March 1960. Fitzpatrick met Guevara 5 years earlier in Kilkee during Guevara's visit to trace his Irish ancestry. Having initially tried to distribute the poster himself, Fitzpatrick chose to remove copyright from the image so that it could be used freely by left-wing groups, stating that I literally wanted it to breed like rabbits. I wanted it to spread. In 1978, he wrote and illustrated a book called The Book of Conquests, the retelling of a cycle of Irish myth. The book is a retelling of the legends of the coming of the Tuatha De Danann to Ireland and their fight with the Fir Bolg. The illustrations include intricate Celtic scroll work and knotwork, for which Fitzpatrick has become known. A second book, The Silver Arm, is based on the deeds of Nuada of the Silver Arm and Lug in their fight with the former. Fitzpatrick has produced artwork for bands such as Thin Lizzy, including the logo for 1975 album Fighting, frequently displayed on stage thereafter, and used on compilation albums and merchandise in their jail. He was commissioned by City Jet in 2007 to create images reflecting Ireland's culture, mythology, history, and landscapes. In 2011, Fitzpatrick announced that he intended to copyright the iconic red and black Che Guevara graphic. He cited crass commercial use of the image for his decision and planned to hand over the copyright and all rights in perpetuity to the family of Guevara in Cuba. The image remains available for free through Fitzpatrick's website for non-commercial usage. And Post released a stamp featuring Fitzpatrick's image of Guevara in 2017 to mark 50 years since its publication. Meeting Guevara in Ireland. According to Fitzpatrick, in 1963, while a teenage student at Gormanston College, he worked a summer job at the Marine Hotel pub in Kilkee, the town of his mother's birth. One morning, Che Guevara walked in with 2 Cubans and ordered an Irish whiskey. Fitzpatrick immediately recognized him because of his interest in the Cuban Revolution. Knowing about the Irish diaspora and history in Argentina, Fitzpatrick asked Che vaguely about his roots. She told Fitzpatrick that his grandmother was Irish and that his great-grandmother, Isabel, was from Galway, with other family being from Cork. Guevara's father also bore the Irish surname Lynch. Fitzpatrick describes Che as curious about Ireland from a revolutionary point of view and remarks that Che proclaimed his great admiration for the fact that, in his view, Ireland was the first country to shake off the shackles of the British Empire. Apparently, Che was stranded on an overnight flight from Moscow to Cuba and had touched down at Shannon Airport, where the Soviet airline Aeroflot had a refueling base. Unable to depart because of thick fog, Che and his accompanying Cubans took the day off for an unofficial visit. It was this experience, according to Fitzpatrick, that gave him the impetus to follow the future actions of Che, including his ill-fated mission to Bolivia. In December 2008, Jim Fitzpatrick, along with local historian and holiday and the Shannon Development, announced plans to commemorate Guevara's visit to Ireland. Early plans are focused on an exhibition of Guevara's visit at the City Museum, followed by the creation of a permanent mark symbolizing his time spent at Hanratty Hotel's White House pub in Shannonside. Fitzpatrick defended the move by remarking, "We want to commemorate the fact Che Guevara spent some very important hours of his life here." Selected works. Books. The Book of Conquests 1978 p/b ISBN 0-525-47511-7 1991 p/b ISBN 0-995-895-14-2 2 14-2. The Silver Arm 1981 ISBN 1-85028-81-9. The Children of Lur with Michael Scott 1992 ISBN 0-7497-888-3. Aaron Saga. The Mythological Paintings of Jim Fitzpatrick. Design. Celtworld. Portfolios. Kelsha.